you. And so the first thing is understanding the levels of competence. And so at the top, the best and the highest level of competence is something that I will call positive active. All right, so you've got the inclination and you've got active or passive. And so there's 5 levels. All right, so the top is, and the characteristics of somebody who has this belief set is that no one has proven that it cannot be done. And they ask other people to prove to them why they can't do it. And they think, I will be the best student that this person has ever had, no matter what, no matter how incompetent of a teacher they are. I will make it happen. I will win because that's who I am, not who they are. Basically, the idea that we make our success dependent on the quality of the teacher puts the power in their hands rather than ours. And so on the flip side of this, the reason that basically any single program in the world will still be able to get positive reviews of some sort is that no matter what, some percentage of real winners will always go into everything. You just look at the public school system, like more or less a dog shit system, but there are still winners that come out of it. And it's not because of the quality of the teachers, it's because of the mindset of winners, because winners will win. And so the highest level of this is an example of like Elon, where he's like breaking down to physics. He's like, if you can't show me that it's physically impossible based on the laws of physics that we know that it is possible, I'm going to go do it. It's the same concept as Roger Bannister running the first 4-minute mile. Like no one had done it before. And he's like, well, physically, it's not impossible. It's not breaking the laws of physics for me to run a 4-minute mile. And so that is positive active. Now, underneath of that, you've got the second class of competence, which I would consider positive passive. This is all the people who ran the 4-minute mile after Roger Bannister. They're the people who say, okay, he did it, so I can do it. And to be clear, this is still good. There's still winners, absolutely, that can do that. And when I look at the people that I've worked with, customers, employees, anything, I can identify. And these are honestly, these are your A- players. Like they're like, okay, he did it, I can do it. And honestly, that's a great perspective. Like it's not impossible. I just need to do the same stuff they did. And that's awesome. That's the replicate before you iterate. They're like, I'm going to just do what they did and get what they got. And that's an awesome perspective. Now, there's 3 more levels to this. And as we go down, some of you will start nodding your heads as either like you are this person or you know someone who's this person. The third level of competence here is what I'll call neutral passive. And so this is somebody who just says, well, it's worked for other people. Let's see if it works for me. So it no longer goes from, I will like prove to me why I can't make it work. Level 1. Level 2, okay, someone has made it work, therefore I can make it work. 2, let's see if it works. You're passively accepting whatever happenings and you're just open. Now, this is where the majority of people are. This is where most people just sit. They just live their life passively, letting things, quote, happen to them. And they're sometimes mediocre customers for an agency or a vendor. They're mediocre customers for you. This is the person who goes into the gym and is like, we'll see if your program works for me. Like we'll see if it works. Now, underneath of that, you've got level 4. All right, now we're going down. It might work for other people, but it probably won't work for me. This is negative passive. So they're still in the passive seat, but they're negatively inclined. This is the person who half-asses. And I'll give you a story about this that happened recently. So we had a business owner who came out. It was a salon owner. Okay, so hair salon owner. And the guy said, hey, I used your gift card campaign and it didn't work. And I was like, all right, bro. So I just went through it. I was like, did you get a referral from all the people? Did you write the name down he's like, well, I didn't I asked them and I told them that they had to use the card on other people, but they came back in trying to use the card for themselves. So I was like, well, that's not the play. He's like, well, I told them that. And I was like, well, obviously you didn't tell them well enough because that's not the play. So, and the thing is let's just stop. I was like, do you want me to take accountability for the fact that the gift card play has worked for so many businesses and just not yours? I was like, do you want me to just say it's my fault? And I was like, would that make you feel better? And he was like, well, no. And I was like, that's what you're coming for. You want me to say that it's my fault. I was like, you didn't do it. You didn't do it right. So you just did something else. And yeah, that something else didn't work because that's not what the program is. That's not how the gift card play works. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's on my YouTube video. It's a whole play. And so eventually I got him to be like, okay, I just didn't do it. I was like, cool. Guess what? Now you can do it again, and you can do it right because you know what you messed up. You had to let them know it's for somebody else, and you had to get the referral, and you had to get the three-way introduction. Otherwise, they're going to try and use it on themselves, not bring you people in, and you're just giving away services for a discount. That sucks. Don't want to do that.